Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Dreux Scout. Playing today, spawning on the left, we have Shadics playing as US forces going for Airborne. So he's mixed in a rifleman though, not just going straight Pathfinders. Team with him is Pantherfame with the British forces, who has Lend-Lease Assault, Mobile Assault, and Royal Engineer. From the right hand side we have Frost as Ostheer with German infantry, Jaeger armor, and Luftwaffe supply, and HSRometh. Things Ostheer also with Encirclement locked in. On the Allied side, a ranged team around rank 70 up against Axis randoms both in the 50s. So backing up on the fuel there. Going for a universal carrier, Pantherfame. That's up against Frost as well. Can be pretty hard to control the universal carrier against like sprinting grenadiers, sprint into Panzerfaust. Just make the task of microing it much more difficult. And ends up locking in with the Royal Engineers and fielding some recovery sappers. I guess he's a bit sad about his machine gun getting outmaneuvered by the vision of the Pathfinders. Comes the universal carrier, but machine gun there forces it back. Rifleman working on a flank.
Germany now holds the victory point. We have a fresh grenadier squad.
A bit slow getting the tech going here. Pantherfame should already, you know, be upgrading his universal carrier with a weapon upgrade after having completed that tech. I mean, if he had even gone for the Wasp here, he would just be torching this out. Though the Wasp is a bit more expensive than the Vickers. So quite a lot of damage on approach there. And Pathfinder's coming in from the other side, but here comes the machine gun, forcing them away. So the Axis getting off to a pretty good start in terms of territory control. Universal carrier is upgrading the Vickers now. But yeah, this is, I think, about 40 seconds late. Does make a big difference with these ultralights. You know, their timing window can be short. And especially at the start of the game, you know, there's typically not that much going on. Not too many excuses for you to miss your timings like that. Big damage there. Here come the Grenadiers though, threatening the Faust. And the machine gun does get decrewed. This is like a decent time for the suppressing fire mode. Start getting some suppression down on these units. So you can play a little bit more aggressively with the universal carrier.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Jumps back on the machine gun with that Grenadier. A couple of Grenadiers coming in on the flank. Doesn't look like Pantherfame's noticed this yet. Late retreat with the section, and that goes down. The green blob coming in hard, but here come the Pathfinders chasing them down. And we got two of the low Grenadiers and the rest of them. Okay. 222 in the building, and this is going to be a fast 222 by Rometh. Another reason why, you know, you have to get the most out of your universal carrier in the early phases. It's so much harder once that 222 arrives.
Repairs completed. Infantry squad trained and
Going
ready
for
to go.
another section, and starting AEC tech now. And he just... Oh, no, okay, no, that's actually constructing the AEC, okay. I'll say it's a bit late, but should be okay. Just gonna make sure that you play passively Yeah, from about 5 minutes 30 till your AEC arrives on the field and in a position to assist the universal carrier.
We need some reconnaissance.
Well, it's down the bottom. Shadics with the anti-air half-track arriving quite quickly. Looks like he might have supervised that with the captain. So it's a fast anti-air half-track, and he's got the anti-tank gun rolling up now as well. Give a chunk of damage on the 222 there.
Air supply of field ordnance is available.
Off hold fire as it backs out. Tough start to Rometh's light vehicle. Frost has a 222 on the build also. But for the Ostheer players, it's not really going to kick in too hard until
Scout car has arrived.
they get their packs out. Looks like both of them opting for relatively early bunkers. So it does delay the anti-tank gun timing. Oh wow, Frost is going to go for a half-track. Rometh is going for the AT gun. Ambulance coming in for shadics. Medics now for Pantherfame.
HMG has us ranged.
And here comes the AEC. Looks like Frost did end up cancelling that half-track and probably going to invest into anti-tank gun next instead. Hosing down the universal carrier with some damage, but this is very risky. It doesn't have any Fausting squads next to the 222. Easily the AEC could have just driven in and killed it there. It was a risky move. You needed a Grenadier standing in the vicinity just to threaten the Panzerfaust if the AC decide to commit, but Pantherfame playing it safe.
New anti-tank gun
Doesn't
has
go
arrived.
for that. Here come the packs.
Reinforcements. Ready.
Rometh's into the center. A half-track up back for repairs.
Ready. Send
2
orders.
kills so far.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Okay, a little bit of a late retreat. Maybe trying to do a bit of bait. Captain running into the stormtroopers, but doesn't work out. 222 backing away on both Axis players. So here comes the pack. Misses its shot though. It's a bad start for Frost. Go for a mortar next.
Orders coming in.
Bolster now for Pantherfame as well as the Brents. So the mortar should be pretty good against those. They've kind of lost a lot of their mobility now.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
What's that now?
Here comes the 222. Oh, does end up knocking out the UC, but their AEC now looking for some revenge.
Destroyed.
Ooh, misses that shot. It might have been enough damage to kill as well. Have to say, but would have been very close. Just from the sheer amount of small arms damage it took. The 222. So that was a well-coordinated attack by Frost. Waited for the pack to land the shot, then got a nice dive in to finish the job. And the pack missing for Rometh on the anti-air half-track. If those might have been attack rounds through the fence, probably. Ooh, Rometh in some trouble. Oh, luckily back the other way. The AT gun off Shadics missing the kill shot. Stormtroopers want to go into hiding here, but it looks like 2 models. Don't managed to do so. But here come the Grenadiers. A mortar pit coming up in the centre now for Pantherfame as well. Got a bunker back the other way for Frost. He's gone for medics on that as well. I wonder if that was a misclick. Feels like it has to be, right?
Has been converted to an emergency medical station.
If you're going to get medics, you get them a bit further back than that. T-gun pushes in, forces back the anti-air half track. 222 coming around the corner on the Brens. AC coming up to handle that, but the Hack's in a decent position. Just getting a few hits in here though, but there goes the mortar. And here comes the AEC coming around the side. Pressure onto the AT gun. Right as the AEC dives in for the kill. And that Vickers managed to get a good dose of suppression done. Looks like a Faust going to connect on the AEC. Smoking out to safety. Pack lining up one shot. I think it's going to have its attack blocked by these obstacles. Doesn't get a second hit in. And the Vickers there should prevent any further vision as well. This is messy stuff for Frost, but he's in some trouble. And that bunker's going to go down straight away. Looks like the pack Howie working on it. Now some mortar pit shells starting to hammer away as well. A bit grim for Frost up there after that 222 loss. And then now there's section coming in for Pantherfame. Ooh! Oh, for a second I thought that was a soldier's leg, but no, it was a tree trunk. Okay, there goes the rifleman. Nice cheeky rifle made there. Back unable to get a second hit in there. I wonder if maybe he would have been better just leaving it set up. Letting it reload in that circumstance. We have the extra vision on this squad, but it's still going to end up running into this machine gun. Get one on the mortar pit. Oh boy, 222 down up here. Quite far back, I guess the AT gun picked it off right as it was getting around the corner. Ouch.
A capture point is under attack.
Axis though, you know, I've done maybe a little bit more fuel harass overall. Still pretty even split on the map. I just feel like the Allies are maybe getting the better end of things though.
Tactical point being captured.
These Pathfinders with double bars. How we get to work as well as the mortar pit. Again, very difficult for the Axis through the centre of the map now. And now here comes some mortar pit smoke up into the north.
Pantherfame is ready for battle. We are losing a sector.
Okay, Brens get around the corner on the machine gun. Looks like they could get decrewed here. Ooh, so close. Lucky break there for Frost. If he lost his machine gun there, he was in some big trouble. Would have got stolen.
Attempting to steal our sector.
Just before the Panzer IV arrived as well. Good news is though, Panzer IV should have a period of dominance here with Pantherfame investing into the AEC, the Brens, the bolster. Should be a while off his medium. It looks like maybe he hasn't even ticked structure yet. So, you know, maybe picking up that fourth section as well as the mortar pit, kind of impacting his manpower a little bit too much. It's delaying his tech, and that means this Panzer IV Should have a good time. And you see bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Oh, the P4 misses the kill shot. Doesn't want to chase any further. The T-gun right there. Okay, stormtroopers ready to sneak their way in again. As for on the build for Rometh now. So quite often with these kind of splits you see one player go tier 3, one tier 4, but not the case in this match. Only one AT gun at the moment for shadics, so still there's a bit of room down here for Rometh to work with this Panzer 4. Slowly working his way forwards. Going up the AT gun now. But the Pathfinders provide the vision, able to get out of there with plenty of time to spare. Comes the Panzer 4. Actually, the AT gun's in some trouble now with the Stormtroopers right there. Does not pop the tactical advance. I think this is a prime time opportunity to use it. Does manage to get the decrew on the AT gun. Oh, did he activate it now? Why did he activate it so late? Okay. Does not stick around to kill off the decrew weapon. I think the opportunity was there, but he's too scared. He needs to worry about that Brit AT gun, really. I suppose there actually are some pits, and now the US infantry decrews the pack. Just try and defend this. Threatening to crush a bit. There's some grenadiers coming up, can come and capture. And jumps back on the AT gun. P4 still doesn't have the machine gun upgraded. Takes a few hits. He's overstaying his welcome here with the Panzer 4. This is actually at risk of dying now to a lucky attack ground.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Doesn't work out, and there goes the Major for shadics. Maybe a bit too tunnel visioned on that attack ground attempt. Second machine gun by Rometh, and you know, with this ambush camo, it really does negate a lot of the vision benefits from those Pathfinders. In for a third squad of Pathfinders, by the way, at some stage. Didn't notice that. Jumping into this building. You always never see this occupied. Double incendiary rounds active. Is decrewed. Quite a good chunk of damage here on the mortar pit by the incendiary rounds, but now they're flanked by the Bren squads. Pack of Frost dead in the center. Oh, it's not looking good for the Axis all of a sudden. Here comes the anti-air half-track. Pack sets up. The Panzer 4's there. Kills off the A half-track, but the pack gets decrewed. Tread shot on the Panzer 4. Trading shots. The 6-pounder's back there though. Panzer 4 in some trouble. Bounces the kill shot from the AEC. The pack spins around the stolen pack. With the P4 blitzing down the road. Meanwhile, Rometh's Panzer 4 does go down. The Jackson arriving. Looks like that got the kill, and now it wants Frost's tank as well. Not going to get it. It's long gone, but both Axis players losing their anti-tank guns is very bad news. Still doing quite well on victory points. The Allies are about 140 points behind.
Emplacement under attack.
Is that a mortar half-track?
They're trying to take it.
What's the flame damage from? I don't think there's an incendiary bombing run. Stormtroopers must have been, right? Yeah, okay.
We're going to give the enemy a bloody nose.
Okay, there's the Jackson. Chasing back the Panzer 4, which doesn't really have any support at this stage. This is quite risky what Rometh is doing here. Packers in the build, but yeah, no grenadiers nearby for the snare. It backfired, but you can see Frost really wants to kill this mortar pit. If he drops the incendiary bombing run, I think he should be able to get the job done here. Not pulling the trigger on that, and the squad inside the building dying fast, but they do manage to knock out the engineers. Pantherfame does not cancel the repair order, so with that bonus damage, engineers drop very quickly. Bonus damage while repairing.
Unit is ready for action.
Has he gone straight hammer?
We've
I'm
200 points
guessing
remaining.
this is maybe going to be a straight AVRE. Still struggling on manpower though. Having gone for a squad of engineers to get back on the repairs with. But yeah, I do think Frost missing his opportunity. Incendiary bombing run. This would have gone down almost certainly. Stormtroopers have a lot of craters to crawl around on now. Standing camouflage. It provides a lot of vision. Oh, shadics a little sloppy there, late on the retreat with the Pathfinders. They go down to the Stormtroopers. They didn't even activate the tactical advance. They didn't even get all those massive DPS boosts. WAT
The
guns
enemy are attacking
here.
an emplacement.
Relatively strong position.
Line's been cut.
Look at this. Rometh pushing all the way in here. Gets another incendiary nade. Forces the mortar pit into brace. Looks like he's going to prioritize repairs on that over
Awaiting orders.
repairs on the AEC. Jackson still out for repairs at the moment. He again jumps into this building. This time we're going to see the heavy bombing run cooldown. Well, it's definitely going to kill it, especially with brace on cooldown. Oh! I don't think the Allies saw that that bombing strike was coming through. See you later, Jackson. Ouch. Big hit from the P4 there coming around the corner. These AT guns just cannot find the angle at the moment on this Panzer IV. And it looks like Shadic's going to switch over to a Sherman next. Allies now actually in a big spot of bother, rather large. Oh, this could be trouble though for Frost. A bit of tread shot from the AEC could probably knock out this Panzer IV. Tank grenade from that, and it's actually the stolen pack. Yeah, that was reckless from Frost. A bit too confident. Cost him his vet too. I think that was Panzer IV.
Tank support is
Shame.
here. Sherman ready.
But you know, with the Jackson down, the mortar pit dead. Things are looking up for the Axis right now. Interesting to see. Shadics rebuilds the Pathfinders instead of switching into paratroopers like we see most players doing. Like, I still do think it's nice to have at least one squad of Pathfinders, but he does. Doesn't quite get in Fausting range. Maybe if he popped the sprint, he could have got it off. And here comes the AVRE now. Enough damage though for the engine damage. And there we go. AVRE knocks out one Grenadier just like that. Here comes a second Panzer IV for Rometh. Interesting. And eventually this machine gun was just getting whittled down.
Forces are securing our territory.
So Frost airdropped in some med crates back here. Double AT guns forcing back that Panzer IV. AVRE coming forwards again. Frost needs to be fast on the retreat here. Looks like it wasn't actually ready to fire. It was a bit of a bluff from Pantherfame, but I fell for it as well. Okay, Panther making a bit of a move. Oh, bounce. Okay, there we go. Engine crit on the Panther. Has to back out. Machine gun hanging on by a thread again for Frost. Pressing his luck. Retreating this late. Trying to get out of there now. Oh, doesn't manage to do so, and the weapon team is actually dead. Stormtroopers deployed out the back here by Rometh. Looks like he's gearing up for some close the pocket shenanigans. Let's see what he can get done here. Okay, a lot of sectors you can see are encircled. Here comes the artillery. Oh, there go the Pathfinders. Looks like the rest of the army for shadics is alright at this stage. There's out a cannon bomb there. Some planes coming in from shadics, trying to make this a bit safer, trying to stop the Axis follow-up. Overall, not that lethal, I think. You know, from the death indicators, the Pathfinder's the only squad that died to that close to the pocket. Pantherfame got out of there quite swiftly. So, yeah, could have been worse overall. Nice move from Rometh. Always good to see the close to the pocket come off. And I suppose shadics maybe did waste these P-47 planes.
Down to 100 points. I say again, allies at 100 points. We're losing a capture point.
Didn't really do too much. Showing a high explosive here, but gets the rear armor hit. Panzer IV is a little low for Rometh. Still only has their one pyro for repairs. Probably be a second one at this stage. Command bunker back there for reinforcements. Allies getting desperate on the victory points now. 71 remaining. Got a machine gun bunker looking to cover this area. AVRE is ready to fire again. Another person who maybe should have another engineer, Pantherfame. Just the one at this stage. Luftwaffe officer from Frost. Play with this quite a lot myself, and I felt like it was generally just like an inferior artillery officer. AVRE doesn't get a clean hit there. Knocked out one or two pyro models, not what he's hoping for. But Rometh's Panzer IV could take an anti-tank grenade here.
The enemy has destroyed a Panzer.
Panzer IV all the way down here. It goes down to the double anti-tank guns. Oh boy. Now taking some hits from the other side, but the Stormtroopers getting on top of the AT gun, threatening to decrew the Panzer IV, trying to limp home.
The enemy is overrunning one of our
Looks like it's going to be successful. Stormtroopers didn't chase all the way, so don't look like they're going to get the decrew on that. But the Panzer IV does die. I guess to this AT gun. Ouch. Meanwhile, Frost's lost his pack. Did that get stolen? Yes, triple anti-tank guns now for Pantherfame. What a swing against the Axis. Rometh loses both of his Panzer IVs. Frost loses his pack. They were riding high the Axis, but now they are really down the dumps. You can see army size about 20 popcap behind. Steals these med crates. With the Pathfinders, another wipe to the AVRE. Sherman driving around. Some decent work.
Capture point is
Allies
under
holding
attack.
strong on the victory points at this stage.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Pack trying to find the angle. Looks like it's going to line up here. It's a second shot in. Up in the center, not very successful against the infantry, and gotta be so careful he doesn't stay too close to the engineers, because those AAAT guns could come around the corner and knock them out so easily if it takes engine damage. Will be next for Frost. So Rometh, it's also gone into tier 4 tech. I'm guessing it's going to be a Panther. Oh, there we go. The AAAT guns finish off the Sherman. I'm surprised he had vision with this one, but looks like he did. Okay, that's a big pickup. First win for the Axis for quite some time. Looks like Rometh is going to try to go for a deep flank again. Maybe go for another close the pocket move.
Crew ready.
Triple cap now against the Axis, but they've got quite a few points to burn. I'm sure they're feeling the pressure though.
Capture point.
And it looks like a command vehicle active on the AEC now, which I think is a very good idea. Past that window where it's useful for combat directly.
We're losing a capture point.
Decent shot from the AVRE, but the Grenadier do survive one model. Try to push on to this point, but unsuccessful. And here comes
Capture point is being
the
overrun.
Stormtroopers, but they're going to be greeted by a freshly constructed fuel cache up here, which is going to put a halt to Rometh's plan. Oh, that's bad news for the Panther. So many AT guns on the Comets there as well. Oh, he bounces 2 shots that could have killed him. Right on the exit there. That was extremely lucky. The Packs really want to decrew the AVRE. Unsuccessful now. That's coming in. Looking for a kill. Here it fires. Mops up both anti-tank guns in one shot.
Enemy threatening a capture
Stormtroopers
point.
coming through the smoke. Dominating the Pathfinders at this range. Gonna get the decro on this AT gun as well. Shadics
Being overrun.
loses both of his anti-tank guns actually. So that's one way Rometh could start to build back. But yeah, with no rocket artillery from the Axis, the mass anti-tank guns have caused them some headaches. You do need to be, I believe you need to be on the move to get the burst length bonus.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, there goes the captain. Stormtroopers over here see the cache. Doesn't have the munitions anyway. Axis again still have plenty of time to rebuild, and if they can capture a few of these AT guns, destroy the ones on the Allied side, that will be big. Looks like Rometh a little slow getting here. Loses this one. No retreat from that Grenadier. Oh, misses the kill shot. Gets a decent rifle nade off. Maybe one more. No. Meanwhile, the Comet comes forwards, threatens the Brumbier, I would guess. It's out of there in a hurry. Back up to the command bunker here. Fresh Panther out now for Rometh. Guess that's a bit of base howitzer fire from Pantherfame, who's pretty much pop-capped here. Very close to maxing out. Axis really defensive now.
Our opponents are seizing
It looks like Shadic's going to drop down these planes just to force them even further back. It's completely off the map now. Stormtroopers still out the back here. Not too much.
enemy forces are securing our our
Here
territory.
in base. Stormtroopers have been pretty effective against the Pathfinders, though, we've seen throughout this match. Decent option to counter them. Shadics still really down the dumps in terms of pop cap. So he did manage to get double anti-tank guns. That one that the pack of Rometh missed, still hanging in there. I'm sure he's quite upset about that. It looks like the Panther's going to come around the long way. He's still 100 munitions off close the pocket, and if he uses break the supply line, he's definitely not going to get there. I think the recon plane from the command vehicle actually revealing Rometh's plan, and he'll be lucky to get home with those stormtroopers now. Chasing down the Stormies. And there they go. Okay, target weak point on one of the Panthers. A lot of anti-tank up here for the Allies. No engine crit on the Comet, but it doesn't look like the Axis are going to be able to close the show. Maybe they can knock out this Jackson. Grenadiers get in there for a Faust. Here comes a fresh Panther for Frost. Neat vision of this still, though. And he's not going to get it. So close for the Axis, but so far away. Just can't knock out any of these crucial Allied armor pieces. And they are draining out on the victory points very quickly. The Panther's going to come down to the bottom of the map, still wounded. Okay, here come the Panthers. Frost has lost his patience, but one of them gets stunned. Rear armor exposed to all these anti-tank guns. Still needs 2 shots to kill that AVRE. One more, but it's out of range. Pack decrewed as well. It's got to be extremely demoralizing for another Allied vehicle escape to happen in that fashion. Pack destroyed. Just blobbing onto the VP, trying to get something happening. Officer providing some nice smoke cover for a while. Bring in the suppressing plane now, but it's squad inside the trench, just slaughtering the troops on the circle, so it doesn't really help that much, the plane. Yeah, that's where, again, the artillery officer would be stronger. Just drop a heavy mortar strike on that trench. More useful ability. That's the boom bear. Help damage done there. Sniper now for Rometh. Interesting choice. Snipers themselves got to be very careful. Look at how fast they died to those vetted up Pathfinders. Ouch. And there we go, the Axis throwing the towel. Understandable. So looking rather hopeless for them there. Ooh, quite a few swings back and forth this game for such a short match. Back and forth, I think both teams having the lead about 3 times each. I think Pantherfame needs to get his tech going earlier, get that universal carry upgraded earlier. I think that would have helped him out a lot. Maybe use the suppressing fire ability on that as well. But other than that, decent. I think also the 4th infantry section was a touch greedy, kind of hurt his medium tank timings, or that's what he was planning to go for. Get to a bit of a weak moment, around the time when this was getting pushed. We couldn't fight back effectively against the Panzer IV and all the infantry. rushing in. But, you know, in the end, the Allies able to come out on top. The AVRE surviving right at the end there. I think Frost, maybe even twice, kind of lost his patience and just drove in with his tanks, ended up losing them. This second time with the Panther, but first time I think it was with the Panzer IV. But yeah, as I said, both teams had their high points and a pretty close match overall. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.